how do you get out of depression fairly quickly? Like, what sort of active thing can you do to actually get out of it? Well, I'm going to talk to you guys about that today. Before we do, please hit the like button. It really helps with the algorithm. And if you find this information useful, please hit subscribe as well. So, I'm not one of those guys that don't believe that depression is real. You know what I mean? Like, depression is real. It's been studied. It's a fact that it's real. What happens is you get into a depressive state of being where usually it's the body where it feels depressed. Usually after a loss of some sort. It can also be after a health issue. It can be after, not just achieving something that you were hoping to achieve, or the fact that it's just a lot of stress in life, right? Which can cause you to go into a depressed state where nothing feels motivating anymore, nothing feels worth achieving. Life even can feel worthless, like you don't feel like living at all, right? And that's a serious state to be in, and I'm not downgrading that by any means, right? From someone who has actually been there myself as well, I have a lot of empathy for it and compassion as well. I understand how that works. How I've cured depression for my own life and what I know to be true, at least for me, and I think will help you a lot as well, is gaining perspective, okay? And also having a realistic view on life. What does this mean? It means things that happen to us isn't necessarily our fault always. It's not always our fault. A lot of things can go wrong in life. People can misjudge us. Circumstances can appear. We can be mistreated. There are people that are being thrown into wars right now for no reason. I would call that mistreatment of people, right? There are people that have ended up in jails in like Mexico and things for things they didn't do. That's not fair, That's not good at all. There are people that get into situations that have nothing to do with them, right? There are people that, there are endless stories to, show for why life is not fair. And what changed for me personally, and I know it helps people as well, is literally getting rid of the idea of life being fair, right? Of life is treating you in a bad way. Like, why does this happen to me? Right? That sort of mentality. Why does this happen to me? Well, it happened. It happened. Now, you are not responsible for what might have played out in your life. Some of the things you are responsible for, but not all of it. Not all of the wrong things. I give you that 100%, right? But you are responsible for how you react to it and what you do with it. Most importantly, what you do with it. No matter how tough the situation might have been, you have a will to live, right? And life is a precious thing. And the perspective I sort of want to give you is getting rid of that mentality of this shouldn't have happened to me. And sort of getting out of yourself, out of the way of thinking only on your circumstance. What helped me a lot is thinking of the suffering other people are enduring on planet Earth. Animals suffer, humans suffer, right? We all go through suffering. We can all be united in that at least, Rich or poor, strong or weak, king or beggar. There are various forms of suffering in all domains of life. Like whatever path you are on, there is going to be some sort of suffering. Like Buddha said it. Suffering is a part of life. Life, death, suffering, love, joy, all in one in this human experience, right? Without getting too spiritual, or actually let me get a bit spiritual on it, because I think that can help. It's just accepting that as truth. We're all going to lose people. We're all going to die. You know, we're going to see we're going to lose family members. We're going to lose friends. We're going to lose money. We're going to lose job opportunities. Losses are a part of life. It's going to happen, right? But instead of getting stuck in that, you know, getting stuck in the obstacles and overthinking on them, because that's a dangerous part about depression, is that we start to wallow in it. And if you wallow in it for long enough, it becomes a habit. A habit of emotion, a habit of thinking, right? If we go through a depressing moment in life, we start thinking depressive thoughts, and that's fine if it's just temporarily. But what happens in a lot of cases is people develop the habit of depression. They become addicted to feeling depressed, and then to numbing it instead of changing it, right? Perspective, guys. Perspective helps a lot. Gratitude for what you actually have helps a lot as well. Like, I've been through some serious losses in life, but I'm not going to obsess on that, because I had some serious wins too. And if I obsessed on the losses, I wouldn't have those wins. I still choose to wake up at a specific time to meditate. I choose to get better at my craft. I choose to show up for my family, right? For my kid and my wife. I choose to live with energy, to take care of my health, right? I choose to do these things because it gotta be the better path than wallowing in depression. Even though depression can feel comfortable and action feels uncomfortable, I choose to study, to learn history, for instance. That's a great way to get perspective as well. Get into studying. Read about the history of England, for instance. Read about the history of France. All the battles, all the people dying, all the suffering these people endured. The plagues that humans have survived and also suffered through. It gives perspective. Like, I'm kind of grateful for what I actually do have. Like, I live in a country where I have freedom of choice, right? Of what I want to do. I can pursue business. Things are not perfect, but I can, like, there is a system at play where things are kind of righteous most of the time. And of course there are mistakes too, but most of the time is fairly good. You know? Where people are being treated with respect. Respect is like it's a common thing. Things like that, you know. Choose to take the actions to create a good life with the circumstances that you have, right? Good or bad, you can still push through, and remember, this too shall pass, right? Good or bad, this too shall pass. That's a good thing to remember as well. Yeah, guys, perspective, gratitude, and realizing it's not your fault for everything that's happened to you. Some of it is, but not all of it. But what you can do, what you are responsible for, is how are you going to move forward now in life, right? I hope you enjoyed this video. I did it genuinely, with genuinity, and I'm speaking from a place of, you know, having gone through suffering myself. We all do. We're not alone with this. Subscribe, like, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.